Hello and welcome back to Idle Kingdom Defense. So today, 17170, and let's get started. We are headed right into the expedition. Of course, today is Dragon Day, and it's also Gear Seals Day, so I already kind of took care of Portal because it's Gear Seals Day. So let's go. Dun dun dun. I'm honestly kind of surprised at how few shiny stones I have. Granted, I think 1,000 is still a lot. It's hard for me to contextualize how much it really is. Oh, we got some more shining scrolls. That's always good. And we didn't get the stones. That sucks. I mean, I do get 12 at a time. I do actually need to eventually... So probably the next thing on my list is to work on this and basically try and get this further. Well, either the expedition or the portal. Really either one because I sweep them every day. But at the same time, I'm kind of hoping to, well, not only continue to buff Christian, I mean, that's obviously what we'll be doing, but to also just continue, like, what I ideally want to do is get Christian his new set of fives and get Marion. Well, really, it's going to be Marion's set of fives at first, and then start working those up. Just so I have, like, more than one person. That's the whole thing to me. I want to have more than one person capable of dealing damage. Because that was the one thing I noticed in Total War. Now, I regrettably didn't record it, but you can kind of see it in King's Ruin. Is that, like, Christian just leaves lots of corpses behind. If somebody else was a little bit stronger or could also hit things, like, we could have a little extra cleanup, maybe. Maybe my theory is wrong. Maybe it'll take me forever to get Marion to that point where she can actually do anything. I mean, she's not actually hitting super hard right now. Again, I kind of am deferring to Pharaoh's testing what he did. And mostly because my other alternative would be to, well, I mean, there's no other alternative. Because that's the whole thing. Marion gets Christian's old artifacts. In the meantime, she uses the 5-star artifacts, and then eventually, they swap. That's it. That's the plan. That's the whole reason why Marion is, like, next on the list to buff. Well, when we're done with Christian, we will be working on Marion. But that's the whole reason. I mean, it is quite a ways away. Like I said, if I get 50 levels a day, average, I'm looking at switching to Marion sometime in 3 months. Which, is what it is. Not terrible. But it's also not like, oh, we're going to do that tomorrow. Let's grab all this. We're going to put 5 levels into Christian here. Just to get the reward, and it's up to 508. Wow. Take a better look at that in a minute. Alright, we're going to go to the fountain. Mostly I just want to get that out of the way. That's my whole thing. I want to get that out of the way, complete the daily quests, and then we can focus on what we're really here for, which is working on Christian. So, I mean, it is kind of a long ways out. I mean, honestly, at that rate, it might be that. I mean, with the, I'm leaning more towards taking my artifacts to 500. I don't know why 500, but that's where we're taking them to. I don't see a reason not to take them to 500, and then I'm going to turn around and make a set of U5s. And that's actually probably going to be a pain in the butt. We'll cover that a little bit more when I get to that point. But part of the reason why I want to get Christians up to 500 is just to help with King's Ruin. I really want King's Ruin to be as fast as possible. And honestly, the thing is, when we start working on trying to get a set of U5s, it's going to be pretty boring. There's not really going to be... Well, let me rephrase that. It's going to be pretty boring if we haven't done anything for Marion. That's kind of the problem I have here, is if we don't do anything for Marion, it's going to be really boring because she's not going to be getting any gains for a while. So I'm hoping... So, I mean, I guess, well, we aren't there yet, so I don't have to worry about it yet. But I mean, that might alter the plan slightly, depending. I mean, getting it to 500, I mean, we're still in the 300s, so I don't have exactly a timeline on how long that'll take. All right, so let's get started here. Okay, so we are getting 503. It's 503. 508 would have been really nice, but it's 503. And if you remember yesterday, I I forgot to awaken the ring or something like that. I don't know. It was weird. I don't remember. There was something. There was something weird. I mean, I had enough space to get it done. I thought I was at a limit. I don't even remember. But it didn't matter because I just... terrible, terrible. You know, honestly, hold on one second. Once again, I'm in speed mode and I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, so sorry about that. I just like, between playing my alt account where I just do things and I don't think about it and react, I'm just like rush, rush, rush to get it done. And this account, sometimes they blur, they blur together. So we got defense penetration and health, which is both two terrible awakenings. So, boo! We want crit damage. At least attack increase percentage is kind of like a runner-up. So that was two terrible awakenings. That said, we're going to flip over to rings, because this was remember, we ran out of the 5-star stuff for the ring yesterday. That's what it was. I accidentally used these, so we'll just do the rings first. And I had extra rings lying around. I actually probably don't need to do this. Oh well, we started. Health, and it's going to be kind of hit or miss until we actually move on with this. Not move on, but focus on exclusively looking for U5s with crit damage. Technically the best way to do it, based on what I've read in the Discord, is to do the following. And we will be doing this. Basically, exclusively. First off, I will be dismantling a lot of stuff. Like, a lot of stuff. Which is fine, because dismantling is just, it's delaying stuff for the future. You don't lose anything by over-dismantling, as long as you stop over-dismantling at a certain point. It's just you're delaying rewards to the future. But the issue is, what I will be doing is picking either the ring or the orb, and just awakening one over and over again. And basically saving up to do as many awakenings in a row. From what the Discord has said, even sweeping through a Total War stage moves the RNG. I don't know this, I have no way of verifying this, but that means the only way for me to try to get crit damage, outside of luck, I lucked into crit damage on my orb for Christian, and same with his ring, just by doing things over and over again, is to basically make a bunch of so basically bring a bunch of these to level 3, don't awaken them, and then just awaken them on top of each other. And the trick is to, when I use this one, to look for the ones that have a 1 here and awaken with those, not the ones that have a 0, because 0 means they haven't been awoken. And that's health, so that's the end of that. That's fine. But I'm honestly hoping that we just get, lucky. But also that's probably not, we're probably not going to get lucky like that, just so you know. Probably going to have to do some kind of specialized thing where I kind of look specifically for things. I'm really confused, I know, I think I didn't awaken the ring yesterday. I think that's what it was. I could only level the ring a little bit, and I could only level the orb, but I caught the orb up, so it wasn't a big deal. Because I think yesterday, I had the ring leveled enough where I could awaken it, but it wasn't all the way through. But, I mean, in the end, it didn't matter, because I was going to catch the orb up anyways, so it was it didn't matter too much. And that's why I have so much stuff left over today. Alright, let's see what we get now. Why do you have so much defense penetration? It's such a useless stat past 1,000, and you just keep getting it. Alright, we're done with the ring for now, so we're going to switch over to the orb. But as you can see, like anything, it just you can kind of fix it the next day. I was just concerned because, again, I really hate how limited the storage is here. I really do. Maybe that's the only reason I could understand that they limited the storage so much, because if that's the way the awakening system works. I think the real solution is, why don't you make the awakening system work better? But that's not what we got, apparently. Well, that's a problem. We're going to be lopsided tomorrow, too. Because basically, this is almost ready for an awakening. Well, I can get a level. I can put a level into that. And then the ring, well, that's fine. I'll just catch up the orb again like I did today. Now onto the runes. So if you remember, we are on epic runes already. So we're on the epic 4-star rune. And this is kind of my dilemma, right? The best thing for me to do with being unknown when the update comes out would be to go back to Sophia after this, do exactly what I'm doing for Christian. Oh, that was way too many. Do exactly what I'm doing for Christian and kind of enhance everything, right? Let's see. Fingers crossed. Will it enhance? No. Okay. Well, at least my overkill. All right. Will you enhance? Double failure again. Because that means I'm wasting the least amount at the mythic, trying to get the mythic 5 attack. Oh, that failed again too. Lovely. So that would be like the most effective way to do it. Whether or not I'm going to do that, I'm kind of tempted to do that. Enhance. Come on. You can't be so stubborn, Mr. Rune, Mr. Come on. Whoops, that's the wrong button. Now enhance for real this time. Yeah! Yeah, there we go. That's what I want to see. Okay, finally. We're finally done. And this was supposed to be an easy one, wasn't it? Well, we're not done. We got to refine this. So if the update's coming out soon, the optimal path for me would be go back to Sophia, go through all her runes, get all her runes to plus 12, refine them, and then, when that's done, switch to Marion. I'm not sure how I feel about doing that. And again, Marion would have to be done in 2 passes. There we go! That is a big rune. There we go. That's a nice one. Look at how nice that is. I'm going to bring it back up. Almost not quite at the end, but still a really nice refinement. Right now, we can just flip over to 5-star, so that's nice. Making progress. That's what I want to see. I want to make some progress going forward. I'm not sure which way. I mean, obviously, we haven't even finished Christian yet. We're getting there. Come on, enhance. We're getting there, though. I mean, but still, like, how long am I going to be stuck at this rune? You know, I haven't even finished the legendary, so it's kind of a problem for future me, but also, who knows what we're going to get. Okay, come on, enhance. Oh, that hurts. Alright, well, I guess we'll be stuck here for a while. So it's kind of a problem for future me, but also a decision for future me to have, too. Alright, that failed, too. That's very nice of you. Do we have enough here? No. Okay. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 runes to go? Yeah, 6 runes to go now. Really? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, it's only 6 runes. I'm kind of surprised. And again, the reason to do this would be because whatever we get beyond Mythic, the whatever's beyond Mythic, and there's going to be something beyond Mythic, that will kind of determine, that will make summoning the 5-star Mythic rune easier, right? Because right now we're stuck because we have to summon the 3-star Mythic rune and hope to get the 5-star attack rune. 5-star Mythic attack rune. They have too many names. If we can't, when they release a new tier, it'll actually we'll be stuck on the, and honestly, it's going to be kind of awkward because I won't be able to summon anymore. Not until I'd have to advance 1,000 stages when the update comes out before I can even use the rune system again. And the reason for that is because that will unlock the next tier, which would be summoning 4-star Mythic runes, which again is worthless, right? I don't even need that. I would then need to advance at least 2,000 stages and start working on which would mean I need to go to at least 19,100 to work on summoning the Mythic 5-star rune. That is probably what I mean. It is January. We're getting. I mean, the update happened in August. I told you the update would be about 6 months of content, so it is getting close to that point. We're at about the 5 month mark right now. So I mean, it's something I'm keeping in the back of my mind. Now, whether they're going to release everything at once, or what I would imagine that they would release is the last two pieces of Mythic gear from drops, which I'm well past that, I believe, because I believe that was 1500 something. I probably have unlocked both drops at this point. If not, it'd be like I would have to go like a handful of stages, I would think. Because I believe 15289 was when the Mythic 3 star. And I think at least like 2000 stages should cover getting drops up to Mythic 5. That would also mean if they were dropping up to Mythic 5, that would mean that they would unlock the whatever they determine is beyond Mythic. They would drop that gear. We would be able to start promoting to that gear too, which, again, with the way gear works, I would only do it on Christian. We would basically, well, it's not the way gear works, but the way the system works now is I would only be doing it for Christian. Nobody else matters. I would just get him as high a set of gear as I could. And that would also mean that the summoning gear from the fountain might be viable again. And kind of, because I kind of would expect them to give us the weapons first, like they did before, and then go through and figure out how to balance all the heroes at Mythic 5. So we'll see. We'll see. Interesting either way. Again, that's why I've been saving up all my summons, though, because, again, with this being capped at 25, and at stage 13,300, I feel like we'd already be able to summon the new 3-star whatever gear it is. Whatever's beyond Mythic. So, another thing I kind of been thinking about. So, again, we'll see how it turns out. Like, I still have unfortunately, I still have a long way to go with runes, so it's not like this is going to be a solution overnight. And we didn't pull enough to get Christian on their level, so. Sorry for that little bit of rambling, but I kind of want to, it's weighing on my mind as we're so close here. But, it is what it is. That's the hardest part, is knowing what resources to save and what resources to spend. So we're at 11.58 million. Another interesting thing, too, just to throw this out here, is if I will be pushing soon, is it even worth making a U? I guess, it's probably not. Because if I can push to 24,000, which I should be able to with a new set of gear, because, the current set of gear is, what is it? This was legendary, and it was 125% crit damage, 125% attack. Defense penetration doesn't matter. Yeah, this is 150. So the next would be 175 crit damage, 175 attack, and probably it's about 70. Probably close to double this, so I would say probably around 200,000 attack base. Probably, what was the crit damage? So probably like 8,000-ish crit damage or so. Maybe more. So with the new update, yeah, I have 7,000 of these. With the new update, that'd be a lot. Yeah, I sort of quit combining stuff because, what's the point? It makes me spend gold. I have 4,000 of these. So I will eventually go in, this will combine to something. So we'll see. That's kind of how, honestly, the reason I quit doing it is because what's the point of spending the gold? I can just use the gold now for extra health on the castle. When I need to combine something, sure, I'll combine it all. Oh, shoot, I completely forgot to do astrology. That's a mistake. Yeah, I'm so used to, I don't know why I skipped this. This is where we get our rune skips from. I guess I get so focused on Christian sometimes. I kind of do miss the before artifacts when we kind of, all the heroes kind of contributed in their own way, but, that to me is a flaw in the artifact system, is because now you just hyper-focus on a hero. Before it was every hero, Like, even if their contribution sucked, right? They were on the team for a reason, so you wanted their contribution to be as big as possible. Now it's just like, well, Christian, you get everything. And he does get everything, because we got enough for one more level for you, buddy. So let's close out by looking at Christian's stat. What? What? He's almost at 13 million. I didn't expect him to be almost at 13 million already. Wait, let's see. We hit 12 million, 12.2, 12.4, 12.6, what was like 12.59, then 12.7. And so in 6 days, we're getting about a million attack every 6 days. That is just ludicrous. Obviously, as we get further and further through the rune system, that's going to be less and less likely. But dang, 13 million attack will be happening tomorrow. And a crit, what was his crit damage? Because that didn't change, but let's highlight it anyways. 72,513, but that's still the same. That said, once again, as always, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. If you have any questions, feel free to say something in the comments. I do always look forward to your questions. And as always, thank you again, and I hope you have a great day.